Here we are again. Told you I was going to come back and show you how to fish a frog. A lot of misunderstanding out there about these frogs. The store-bought frogs are literally weedless. That's good. Try to fish them in pads and weeds, but they got two hooks sticking back there. Looks like this. Set in there just about like this right here. You see that? When you try to set the hook, those two hooks are literally fighting each other. I've heard people say, and you will too, you remember this, pay attention. Oh, I had 17 strikes. Had 21 hits on that frog. That's how they talk, because their strike and catch ratio is so poor. Push them to the end, and here's what you'll hear. I had 17 hits, caught 4. I had 20 strikes on the frog, caught 7 though. The strike catch ratio is horrible, and it's because of these two hooks. Why would you keep doing that? Keep just repeating the same silly stuff. Here's what you need to do. Buy these bags. They're like 4 in a pack, these rubber frogs. There's several brands. This one's called Top Toad. There's Ribbit. Don't even know what all the others are. I think I bought these at Academy, and I think there was 3 different brands there. But I just take a straight hook. Remember, I don't like to use that crooked hook. Just telling you, it's not as good a hook. They just don't listen to them. They're wrong. But this is my straight hook, just like that right there. I just fish it down in here and turn it back out, and this thing casts good. You don't have to put weights on it, nothing. You can cast it with your big reels. I've even taken my antique Fluker Supreme. Some of you seen that video where I've caught bass on this Lucky 13 with a Fluker Supreme made in 1949. But I can also cast this frog with it, so it casts great with your high dollar reels or even your medium price reels like I use. But these things cast great. They run on top of the water, kick up the water like a slow running buzz bait. If this comes by a bass, the bass will strike. They cannot pass this up. And if you got it hooked like this, set up like this, it's almost 100% catch. We won't have to be like those other guys with those high expensive frogs. We don't talk in strikes, we talk in catches. And this thing catches the fish. And if you want to fish it weedless, you can buy these hooks. Get these anywhere. Got a little guard on it right there, and the fish hits it, it pops loose and catches him. You still got your single hook. You can hook it on the bottom, hook it on the top. Doesn't matter, it'll come back either way, the same way, running. They make these in all colors. Get anything you want. Bright, I've seen them in blue and white, and don't know, I've never seen a blue frog reel. But anyway, you can get any color that makes you feel good. I like this one. Kind of dark, really. But if you want to go weedless, do that. Where I'm fishing, that's irrelevant. I'm casting around cypress trees out in the water and some knees, coming over logs. This is perfect. This is the best catch ratio to strike you are going to use, period. I've even got one here that a gar nipped it off one day. Still use it. I've still caught fish on it after I'm missing a leg. This one still kicks up the water. And again, if it comes by a bass, you will catch it. You won't just get a strike, you will catch it. So even those pros, they'll be talking about those frogs. If you catch them off by themselves and talk to them, they're having the same problem. They wish they had a better catch ratio to strike, and they don't. But if they do this, they would. But they're probably being sponsored by some of those manufacturers. I'm not. Nobody's paying me anything. Carla sponsors me. Only sponsor I got. And you can get these anywhere. I buy stuff at Academy a lot of times, but you can find these at Southern Reel, Hatchet Jacks, Max Swain's, all the small independent guys. You can find all this kind of stuff there. They'll have these several brands, several colors. You don't have to go to the big high dollar store. You can go to the independents and buy the same thing, and it's just as good. But you need to get out there and grab you some of these. Fall's coming up. It's one of the best times to catch bass there is. And I can't wait till water starts cooling. It is starting to cool a little bit, but when it turns fall, when most people start hunting, like me, I used to, I just keep fishing. Nobody's on the water. And I'm fishing those oxbow lakes, and hard to even get a boat in. I'm so crippled with arthritis I can't launch a boat, but I can pull a kayak out of the back, and that's what I'm doing. I got my little utility trailer, just slide that thing right out. When I get there, I'm fishing in 5 minutes, catching fish in less than 10 most of the time. But if you like to use a frog, this is the way to do it. Like I said, if you're going to fish in some pads or some weeds, you need to get these kind of hooks, different sizes. But if you're fishing in more open water, these things are great, and you will catch. When he hits, it's a catch. Don't forget to go to a website, look at all our YouTube videos on fishing and stuff, some tutorials. We got a lot of trips where we're catching fish, live footage, and we have hit 10 trips in a row. 10 in a row where we've caught a lunker, 4 pounds or bigger, up to 6 pounds in these 10 trips. And it's covered 5 different lakes. I fished in 5 different lakes during this streak. I've caught 10 bass over 4 pounds, 1 each trip. I never caught 2 in a trip yet. We almost did. Cody and I had 3 different ones hit that we lost, but we did catch the one, had a 5-pounder. 10 trips in a row. And I'm telling you, I've been looking. It might be the world's record. I don't know anybody else. I can't find anybody else that's caught a lunker 10 fishing trips in a row. 10. He said 10. And we're going to try to go out this afternoon and make it 11. Sooner or later, we're not going to make it, but we're going to keep trying. We're not going to stop at 10. We're going to keep going after them. But go get you some frogs. Fish love them, and when they hit, they catch. Thanks. Hit the subscribe button. That way, every time I put a video on, you'll get an automatic notice. Appreciate you. See you next time.